I have in my hand my Amazon Echo Buds, my Google Pixel Buds, my Samsung Galaxy Buds, and my Apple AirPods. And do you know how many of them are charged up right now? None of them, because they all suck. Pixel Buds had no volume whatsoever. They were so quiet, it was ridiculous. And you know what? After 6 uses, they just stopped working altogether. They're dead. The original Echo Buds felt like wedging giant elephants into your ears. Like literally just blocks of cheese. Every pair of Galaxy Buds that Samsung have released sound like bees farting into a bucket. And the Apple AirPods...
The Apple AirPods are brilliant! Isn't that right, Lord Vader?
Oh aye, they're fan-dabby-dozy.
Yes, they are.
You know what, I actually like the Apple AirPods. Pretty good. Yeah, they're pretty good. But if there's one thing that beats my AirPods, it's Soundcore. Literally anything Soundcore make.
Oh, here we go! Another sponsored video from Paul Hibbert, where his sponsor just so happens...
Let me just remind you, I'm this guy. Finally, you've got the Hip Touch Pro, and I'm really sorry, Hip Touch. I know you sponsored this video, but I've got to be honest, that's not a great sound. It's all mids. There is treble there as well, but there's like no bass. It's a really kind of dull, very flat sound. There is no joy either end of the spectrum. They did not pay me. With that in mind, today's video is a side-by-side comparison of the Amazon Echo Buds and the Soundcore brand new Liberty 4 NCs. Thanks to Soundcore for sponsoring today's video and for sending me their Soundcore Liberty 4 NC earbuds. When I first told my missus that I was doing another Soundcore video, she let out this little eep noise. I'm not making that up. Every time I get some earbuds, I let her decide if she wants to replace the last ones she had. I gave her Apple AirPods and she was like, no, the Soundcores are better. She uses them daily. I'm not making that up. Why isn't she reviewing them then? Your missus is fit, and you're an ugly bastard. Today's video will let you listen for yourself to both the new Soundcore earbuds and the Echo Buds 2nd gen. Why not the 3rd gen, I hear you cry? Because the 3rd gen don't even have ANC. They're basically a weaker, powered, less featured garbage version of the Gen 2. So sit back and relax and find out why Soundcore makes my missus do her sexy time dance. There's no point in having a really good time if it's only for a few minutes. So I'm told. I am of course talking about battery life. The Soundcore Liberty 4 NCs have a playtime of 10 hours with the onboard batteries and 50 hours with the case, whereas the Echo Buds 2nd generation have a battery life of just 6.5 hours with the onboard batteries and a total of 15 hours with the case. That's 4.5 hours less than the Soundcores. What? And the 2023 Echo Buds have even less battery life at 5 hours for the Buds, but they do have 20 hours in the case, so, you know, just 30 hours less. What do you think of that, Ursula from The Little Mermaid?
Pathetic.
Correct. At 11.4 grams, the 2nd generation Echo Buds really are big, meaty, weighty things. They have improved this for the 2023 Echo Buds at 10 grams, but that still only puts it on a par with the Soundcores. But this is where Amazon have gone a bit weird. They updated the Amazon Echo Buds to the 2023 versions, and they put them out into the market and went, we'll make them cheaper. And we'll make them less weighty, so they don't feel like big blocks of cheese in your ears. And we'll take away the IPX4 waterproofing. If you sweat on them, they might die. I'm not even joking! The old ones were IPX4, these ones are IPX2. That is barely any resistance whatsoever. You can barely even call it waterproofing. What do you think of that, Ursula?
No more talking, singing, zip.
Doesn't even make sense. You just do me a huge favour and just subscribe if this video is of any use to you at all. Without you guys, there would be no channel. If you subscribe, you're doing me a huge solid. And I'll love you and stuff. On with the show. The Soundcore Liberty 4s and the Echo Buds 3rd Gen both have an 11mm and 12mm driver respectively, and are both capable of between 20Hz and 200kHz. The Echo Buds 2nd Gen, however, have a tiny 5.7mm driver, which probably explains why they sound like toilet. More on that shortly. Have I forgotten anything?
We haven't discussed the subject of payment.
The 2nd Gen Echo Buds retail at $109.99 still, but at time of filming were on offer at $54.99. The Soundcores are $79.99, although there probably is a discount below. I'm hoping there is a discount below. The Echo Buds 3rd Gen, however, aren't even for sale, which is weird. The rumour is they're going to be £50. So just one more thing to wrap up before we move on to the sound tests.
Body language.
Gestures. The Soundcores have single tap to play music, double tap right to skip forward, double tap left to skip backwards, and a triple tap can be used to raise and lower the volume. A long press will cycle through the different modes, and all of these gestures are fully customizable. In-ear detection is also a thing, and you can simply take a bud out to pause music and put it in again to resume. The Echo Buds have exactly the same features, utilising the exact same gestures, which does make me wonder if Jeff Bezos crept around Soundcore's laboratory stealing their homework. What? I don't have enough yachts. Both the Echo Buds and the Soundcores have pass-through mode so that you can hear through your ears the things that are going on around you should you want to have a conversation with somebody. And both of them, of course, have microphones for having conversations, and they sound like this. You're now listening to a recording of my voice using the Soundcore Liberty earbuds. Is it any good? You decide. And this is a quick audio test using the Echo Buds. Is it any better? The choice is yours. I don't know what that means. So the thing that really sets the Soundcore Buds apart is that you have an 8-band EQ to play with. This is like a huge deal because you really can get a perfect sound if you get this right. On your screen now are the settings that I chose, having compared it to my studio monitors using a piece of music that I created in this studio. It puts me in a reasonably unique position because I know what it should sound like, and therefore I can get the settings in such a way that you'll get a perfectly flat response. If you copy what I've done, you should get the same. The Soundcore Buds also have high-res audio certification and LDAC support. This is something that's missing from almost all of the buds on the market, and is certainly missing from both generations of the Echo Buds. If you stick some decent headphones on now, you'll get an idea as to what both of these earbuds sound like, because my mate Derek, the binaural microphone, has listened to them for you. Get some decent headphones on now and have a listen.
Hello? Hello?
Check this out. The Soundcores have been set to my preset for this demo, and you can hear the sparkle of the cymbals, the punch of the kick drum, the warmth of the bass guitar, and the buzz of the rhythm guitars, all in equal measure. I've done my best to EQ the Echo Buds in the same way using their 3-band equalizer, but the results are, well, they're
pathetic.
So these are... This is ridiculous. So these are the earbuds that I've tested over the last 4 years, and none of them come close to the ANC on these things. I have never heard anything like it, and I kind of just dismissed it at first. I put them on my ears and went, yeah, I can't really hear anything. And I sent the video to Soundcore, and they said, are you sure you've really tested the ANC? Because you kind of said it's alright. It's better than alright. And I was like, oh, is it right? Like, let's go find out. Honestly, I have blasted my speakers as loud as I can with ambient noise from aeroplanes and buses and all sorts of stuff. I can't hear a thing. I have never experienced anything like it. You can literally hear almost nothing. So I can hear like I'm going to give you an artist's impression.
I get so much trouble with this shit. It's so loud.
So these things are reducing noise by 98.5% and have been certified by SGS. And this is because they've got an in-ear sound sensor, a high sensitivity custom driver, and a noise isolation chamber. When they say that they're adaptive, what they mean is that they are actually adapting to your ear canal and wearing conditions depending on what environment you're in. And you can either choose this for yourself by clicking on it, or you can literally tell it to detect the environment itself, or, like me, you can just whack it all the way up to 5 because you don't want to hear humans. I find that noise cancellation on every pair of earbuds I have ever tried seems to increase the bass. I have no idea why this is, maybe someone can explain that. But the Soundcores can counteract this a little bit, of course, using the EQ settings. Both of my EQ settings are on the screen now. What you need to bear in mind is, if you ever want to switch ANC on without it affecting the bass, you're going to have to open up the app and switch your EQ profile. These can be saved, which is great, so you can have more than one EQ profile, but you're going to have to manually go and switch it every time you turn ANC on, if you don't just have ANC on all the time. These are the best Soundcores yet. I haven't mentioned it yet, but they have multi-point Bluetooth too, which means that you could pair them to both your laptop for video calls and your mobile phone for music simultaneously, which again is something that the Echo Buds do not have. Soundcore are focused on sound. Amazon are focused on emptying your wallet, so that Jeff Bezos can have some more yachts and cock-shaped rockets. The consequence is that Soundcore have an abundance of extra features, such as Hear ID, which tunes the earbuds to your very specific level of hearing, a whole bunch of preset EQ styles, and a safe volume setting that allows you to limit the volume of the buds so you'll never accidentally throw them in your ears on maximum volume. And they stay in your head. As usual, there are links in the description as to where you can pick these up from. In the meantime, these incredible people running up your screen are my patrons from Patreon. Without them, this video would not exist. I would not be doing this for a living. I'd be in a call center. If you want to be one of those incredible people, you can do that at either Patreon or buy me a one-off beer at PayPal, and either way, I will genuinely love you forever. These are my Facebooks, my Twitters, and my Instagrams, and my TikToks too. Come and hang out there and we can be best friends. See you next time. What? I don't have enough yachts or cock-shaped rockets. I don't know. Whose voice is that? That ain't Jeff Bezos.